Well, a beloved elementary school custodian in the Middleton School District is saying goodbye to his friends at Park Elementary School in Cross Plains. Rodney Esser, also known by many as Mr. Peanuts, is retiring after 61 years. Now, you might remember Mr. Peanuts, who has received many honors throughout his career, including as a finalist in the Cintas Custodian of the Year contest and at the Midwest Facility Masters Convention. Esser was also invited by Governor Tony Evers to speak at this year's holiday tree lighting ceremony at the state capitol. Esser said while he will be stepping down as head custodian, he plans to volunteer at the elementary school so that he'll still be around.